Hello. I hope my mic is working. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh, I hope my mic is working. Let me see here. Okay. So we here to talk about Miss Chili, Rosada, or however you pronounce her name, Thomas, honey. I have been not paying attention most of the weekend until yesterday. And I'm like, how am I supposed to be word on the curb? And I ain't even getting the damn word. But I had so much going on on this weekend. And then today I was supposed to do the live at 5:30. And miraculously at 4:30, power went out. So then they said we wouldn't get our power back on until about 9:30. So I had packed up my grandkids and we was gonna go over to their house. So I go to get some things for my dad, and all of a sudden I looked. It was about 6:30, and I could see the activity on my side doorbell alarm. So I'm like, okay, my power is back on. So then I said, let me come on back here. So we here to talk about the things. And the things is all these MAGA folks. Let me tell you, we're going to take a little stroll back down memory lane. When I was first introduced to TLC, girl, that group gave me my whole life. I was in the military, and I was in the military. I was at Fort Riley, Kansas, and this is, I believe they came out in 91. I'm trying to make sure. I thought they came out in 91. Let's see here. Let's Google it real quick. Let's see here. Okay, it said they performed in Atlanta in night. But what did it? Okay, but on the TLC tip came out in 1992. Okay, I knew it was after I got my car. I knew that. So I was in the military, and I bought me a brand new Hyundai Excel, 1991, honey, brand spanking new. Well, so I bought this car, and I had my little Hyundai. It was decked out. It had the chrome panels on there. On the back, it said "What up, fool?" And on my the little plate in the front, it said "Ain't too proud to beg." That was my song. TLC was everything to me. I'm like, these girls, I can do what they doing. No, I can't, because I can't sing. But I felt like I could. I felt like, should I sing just as good as them? Because they didn't sing that great to me. So but I loved their style. I loved everything about them. Their swag. I loved it. So you look at Chili in there being chocolate, but she says she's caramel. But whatever. But anyways, this group was everything to me. I mean, it was, coming of age. So, and I'm right there in their age group. Who am I closest in age to? I believe maybe Left Eye, I think. Because I had just graduated in 90. They're around my age. So they're either born like 71, 70, and 72, something like that. But anyways, so I was introduced to this group. I love the songs and the energy and everything. So, we're all thinking, hey, this is the shit. It's the jam. I loved every bit, Then when they came out with Baby, 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 I'm just jamming, honey. At this time, I'm pregnant when they came out. But or either I remember singing the song when I was pregnant. Honey, I don't know, but I was pregnant in 93. But anyways, I was like, oh, These girls got it going on. Even when my brother, he went to Jackson State University, and his freshman year, they performed there at their homecoming game. So I'm like, shoot, you got it going on. So, anyways, we get acclimated to TLC and all the things and groundbreaking things they did, So, like, coming forward to this day, that tour, that In Vogue, TLC, and Salt and Pepper, the mass amount of people that's going to be there is going to be my age group. I had to audition off of Salt and Pepper song Push It my freshman year to get into this dance group. So, you're going to have a lot of Gen X's. You might even have some damn baby boomers there, shoot. But anyways, I'm like, so as I'm hearing the news, I'm like, what they talking about Chili? Because I always thought that T-Biles was a Trumper. I heard that from somewhere. I don't know if that, maybe I heard it wrong or whatever, but I heard that somewhere. I didn't know, I didn't make it up in my head. I thought that maybe she was, I don't know, somebody might have had it wrong. And, I get my information over here on YouTube. So it might have been somebody on YouTube that said it and had the name wrong, carried it back and said it was. I got to put some more lights on because it's a little dark. Said it was T-Biles, and actually it was Chili. I remember when Chili even found her daddy on Sally Jesse Raphael, because she didn't even know her father till she was grown. At least that's what was portrayed on there. And she got a chance to meet her siblings. So that was, that was something. So here we are now, March of 2026, and they are announcing a tour. And long and behold, I don't know what even started it, but somebody said, let me go over here and look at Chili page. And when you get to Chili page, what's on there? Let me go on here and find what they had on there, honey. Because they had the folks over there highly upset with her about the shenanigans that she had did. So hold on. And she said, she accidentally did it on a mistake. She pushed the wrong button or whatever have you. But let me see if you know what? I don't even want to. Supposedly they had some kind of conspiracy theory thing that supposedly they lied, saying that Michelle Obama registered somewhere to vote as a man and had a manly looking picture of her. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. So let me go here. Let me remove this. So it had a manly picture of Michelle Obama. And I'm like, what the heck? You be thinking, what they say, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Like, really? She said she accidentally did that. That's number one. So she accidentally reposted something. So if she did it on, I'm trying to get this lighting together. If she did it on Instagram, that's kind of easily to repost, So if she did it over there, then that's something. I know there's a little bit more to do, I think, on Twitter, but Instagram is fairly easy. Just push the button. So she tried to act like she was, old and So she had this, she said some people called her and she hurried up and changed it. She, had no idea that this was the thing. I would make it bigger. They said Michelle Obama registered to vote as a man in 1994, according to the Illinois State Board of Elections. This has been debunked. It's not true, okay? Michelle Obama ain't never been a man, ain't a man. You know, it's ridiculous. But, you know, that's one thing white people like to do, try to make Black women masculine, you know. Because even, you know, and I was so naive, I guess I didn't even really pay attention that until after she was, you know, after Obama was out of office and seeing all of the pictures people had put up about her, you know, just comparing her to, you know, animals and things. And I'm just like, they really, really, really hate these people just because they are classy, educated, everything Trump ain't. I would say that. They the anti-Trump, okay? Or Trump is the anti-Obama. So then we had, so that's the first thing. Then they said, okay, so then she put out a thing. She said, I want to make it, she said, I want to make it, I want to be clear. I am not MAGA. I do not support any of the many policies that are causing great harm to American people. I made a mistake, too many make. I didn't read the fine print. This is when she's talking about her donations. I thought I was supporting causes against human trafficking and for veterans. Two things I care deeply about, as my dad is a veteran and everyone knows I love children. I have learned a valuable lesson and ask for grace as I navigate this. Love, Chili. But see, here, we're going to let you hear it from.
Address a few things that's circulating on the internet that's very concerning to me. Let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to any woman. I would never do that. And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody. And I immediately went to my page to see what was going on. Now, mind you, I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button. And I see that all of these buttons are very, very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling and my thumb hit the repost button. Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls. But of course, hey guys, I wanted to.
So she had no clue that something like that had happened, okay, till she got all the calls. Okay, so she accidentally hit the repost button. She sent out this, you know, she gave the message. Then she actually put out a statement. But then here, this is not so fast, honey. They got all of the receipts of every time she donated to Trump and his sycophants. All of the Republican and MAGA donations here. I mean, it's like a little bits of money, though. I mean, like, you know, she wasn't donating much. She did $3.50. That was on November of 2024. $31 on November of 2024. I don't know who she thought she was donating $3 to, honey. And why was it so less? But anyways, honey, when they figured out that she donated, I think over 17 times, or at least 17 times, is what she did. So people were like, no. You know, they got this big old concert coming up, tour that they're trying to do. And they're trying to, you know, get past all of this, you know, because they were thinking, you know, that would have been a great tour. I would have enjoyed, you know, if they would come close.
There's been a lot of commentary.
I would have probably went myself, but Do we really want to spend our money with people who's going to donate it to Trump? I'm not understanding this. I'm not. It's I don't know. That got me deeply concerned, you know. And Funky Diva, he spoke on, I mean, everybody's talking about it. But here's what Uncle Luke posted. And he writes down, you know, all the things, you know, some of the things that she liked. He said, let the adults in the room speak. Nick Cannon and Chili, I say this with love, but y'all wrong. I fought all the way to the Supreme Court for free speech. Y'all remember when he used to get locked up coming off stage, you know, they used to say, hey, we want some pussy, or throw that dick. I thought, shoot, that's all my era. Or get it, girl. All of that. So he said, remember when he went and he had to fight all the way to the Supreme Court because, you know, they were trying to censor the music. So I respect your right to speak. But it is different. You're turning your backs on Black people, Black women, the same audience that built you, while standing with Donald Trump, who has disrespected Black women, including Michelle Obama. Let's be real. Our people depend on opportunity, not having their success called DEI, not having Black history erased. This ain't politics. This is personal. And yes, Nick, history matters, but so does the right. So does right now. If they really cared about us, we'd be talking about reparations. No excuses. People ask why I'm running for Congress. Uncle Luke is running for Congress. This is why. To fight, to speak up, to represent our people. And, you know, he talks about the movement and where you can go and support him. So these are the things that some of the things that Chile has liked. Donald Trump wins Georgia, liked by Chile. Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States of America, liked by the real Chile. We love you, Charlie. Well done, good and faithful servant, liked by the real Chile. You know, some people say she's a Christian nationalist. I'm like, how Christian can you be? You know, does what Quad say? Bible toting, Bible toting, scripture quoting. She ain't all that. I don't even believe so. Because the reason why I don't believe so, because she go with that boy. Whoa, is that Joey? I'm getting them mixed up. The boy from I think I'm getting the boy mixed up from Blossom and the boy from Boy Meets World. She goes with him. They've been dating for a while. I know they're not being celibate. So if you're some Christian nationalist, you would be, you know, abstaining and all of those things. So you can throw that bullshit out the window. I don't even believe that. So, you know, and a lot of my views may be conservative, but just because I may view something differently, that don't mean I don't want you to have view it differently like me. Like some people may believe in going to the chop shop. I'm not. But if something happened, I might would. I've taken people to the chop shop to get it done. It's just that, you know, I don't think I would have to do that. But, you know, who knows? But I'm not one of these people saying, oh, because I don't want to do that they can't do that. And I think that's wrong, you know, because I don't believe in this, that somebody else can't believe in it. That's wrong. Do what you need to do. We're not a monolith. But I feel like when you're a person who's supporting a person, because you can't tell me that we're better off now than we were 4 years ago, because we're not. I can tell by my bank account we not shit. I know. I'm feeling it. So, and not just because of me, just the things that he has implemented and the things that he have done that to me is not moral at all. And for people that are Christians to say they support this man because of what? He is the biggest antichrist that I know of. And you know, in the Bible it talks about, you know, people being fooled. There'd be a time where people would be deceived. And I'm like, God, I know this can't be it. Because what kind of fool can be deceived by him? He's nowhere like Christian like. So I don't get how the right just fell in love with this man. I feel like the right fell in love with him because they are the same as he portrays himself to be. So if it walks like a duck, talk like a duck, it's a duck. And he's full of hate. And that's why I'm like, I would never donate to any mega church like a Joel Osteen and all them other ones. I was through with Joel Osteen when they had Hurricane Katrina, and he didn't want them people in his church. I said, where are people supposed to go if you can't go to the church? So I just you done fucked up the whole thing. You are putting your bandmate and everyone else in jeopardy of not being able to have a decent concert. People may not be able, want to support your concert. And I didn't froze. People may not want to support. People may say, no, I'm going to leave my black dollars over here and let those white Christian nationalists buy them tickets. Let MAGA go buy them. So, Cheryl, I don't know what Cheryl's last name is. But anyway, Cheryl from Salt and Pepper stepped out and got all in the comments and was windmilling for Chili. I'm like, she had to be got down there in the comments before they put down the receipts. Because the receipt shows, we got one, you accidentally reposted something, so you say. Then you're following a lot of these conservative whack jobs over there. The way right crazy people. And you're liking things about Trump. One plus one is two. 2 plus 2 is 4. Girl, you done fucked up the thing. That I will say, you done messed it up. So what about your friends? Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? Yeah. Girl, I know T-Boz is upset with you. Like, girl, we trying to get stuff done and want all these things done, and here you is fucking up the thing for everybody. I think you would have did better, like Funky Dineva said. Not saying anything. I just wouldn't, because it would have died down. Now we got this video of you looking crazy. Trying to all of the evidence point to you being MAGA. So now you're trying to backpedal. What they call it, pussy popping backpedal. So it's giving that. Look, I'm up here messing up the damn thing myself. It's giving, girl, you done really messed up. Am I doing this right? Hold on. I'm trying to, let's remove that. It's giving you messed up. And that's why I put that up there. Backpedaling. What changed? What changed is, hey, I got a concert to sell. I need you to go out and buy these tickets. I done fucked up. But I need you, Black women, the 92%, to go out there and support me dearly. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know. You know, because they did cancel Chrisette Michelle, honey. Is she even packing up the getting a full packed winery performance? Is she even getting that? I don't know. It just seems like, you know, but you know, the men, they can do what they want to. Nick Cannon out here talking shit, giving facts that are ridiculous, saying the Democrats are KKK, and talking about the Republicans freed the slaves. I had a guy come at me like that once before, a white guy, and telling me why I should be Republican. I'm like, are you fucking nuts? First, he wanted to argue with me about the national anthem and get to talking about the troops, which I find very funny. When you're talking about the troops, you've never been one. I said, never. While I was there reading that smart book, did it say anything about me having to stand for the national anthem? It did not. No. So, of course, the Republicans freed the slaves. That's back in the 1800s. But the Republicans of that day and the Republicans of today are totally different. The Republicans of that day are more akin to the Democrats. And the Democrats of that day, yes, they were the KKK. They were the Dixiecrats in the southern states. But all that stuff changed in the 1960s, honey. Because blacks were mostly Republicans. And what happened, because down south, the southern blacks, they could only, the Dixie Democrats, they weren't letting them register to vote, so the Republicans did. That's why you had a lot of older black people Republicans. But what happened was, I think it was, what's his name, Barry Goldwater, when he ran against LBJ or whatever, and he was far right. Well, he lost, but he won most of them southern states. And at that time, that's when things flipped. Okay? So those Dixiecrats became Republicans. And the Republicans went along, you know, because all that stuff, especially when Nixon got in, that's when you seen the blacks really switch parties. And that's what happened. Because those Republicans of that day is not the same Republicans of today. So that is a little history lesson. You know, you can go look it up. But so we have Nick Cannon talking about Trump is clearing house. Trump, you know, he used to be at all the parties. Trump even dated black women. I'm like, so what? The slave masters raped black or great black women, had babies with them. Don't mean he loved them type of people? No, my Wi-Fi is jacking up. I don't know what's going on. Either I need a new computer. But anyhow, so just to give somebody props because he used to be at all the parties. So he was down with the black. I remember everybody used to put him in their the rap songs and stuff. What does that mean? Nothing. It didn't mean a damn thing. So the slave masters, they had black kids, but they treated them just like them slaves out there. So it missed me with all of that. I would say, like Funky Dineva has said earlier, yes, you have your right to choose and support whomever you want to. But us as the consumer, we have our right to decide if we want to support you. Because we don't need you taking our hard-earned dollars and giving it to 47 to basically, like the lady said earlier today, make us mammies again. They're going to have to pull TLC off of this dang on tour. Throw Escape on there. SWV. Hell, total. Shit. 702. Who else I got? Oh my goodness. Somebody. Because this is a mess. A mess, girl. A mess. So I guess you and that guy over there, and he got control of your page. You should have said he had control of my page. Oh, my page was hacked. You should have been saying some of that. Because this here is not a good look, girl. And you looking at, look, we're all in the same age group. So we was going to be the ones at the concert. I don't know too many millennials are probably going to be there. It was going to mostly be Gen Xers. And you're going to have people from all stripes, all, everybody, everybody that most of them don't like. And I don't even know. To me, it just seems dumb for people who are just so in love with 47. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. It would be comical if it wasn't real. But since it's real, it's not funny. And how can you still be a supporter after all these things? I even seen somewhere somebody had post in one of these groups. And, sometimes I just see some, I just have to scroll by. Ain't no sense of getting in there because you ain't going to change their minds. A lot of times they're trolls anyways. But what the guy said, oh, Obama was the worst. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Barack Obama had class, decorum. He had manners. And when somebody put a compilation of all these videos and good acts that President Obama did, and I even liked how he went and got on the plane with the old veterans. They're going to the memorial or whatever. And he got on the plane, I guess, when he got there to greet them. Trump didn't. This was last year in 2025. He greeted these people. And most of them little old men is, they was YT, and I assume most of them was probably MAGA. But they were so happy to see this man. They shook his hand because he took time. He was a person that empathized with people. We don't get that out of 47. 47, he's petty, vindictive, and if you didn't vote for him, fuck you. He's not your president. He's only the president of the people that voted for him. And if you don't have money like he got, I was even shocked to know. I mean, just it's in my state, but we got Braun. He won the election as our governor, so they didn't went and changed the food stamps. So they didn't went and made it so people can't buy candy or pop or any sugary juice, anything on food stamps. Now they had a big thing and upset when Michelle was doing that about the lunches in the schools, trying to have them, have more fresh fruit and vegetables and things like that. But now you're making it so, just in my states, I think in other states you can do it as you please. I even heard in Michigan, you can go to McDonald's and, you could buy warm food with food stamps. Each state, I guess, have their own law. I live in a red state. And so here, they made it just here recently, I think at the beginning of the year, that you can't purchase any of those things. I said, oh, so, if they were to do this nationally, because some of those things, I don't buy pop like that. I don't get no food stamps, but I don't really go and buy, cases of pops or nothing like that. I said, I guess when some of these companies start losing a lot of money, then it'll be a different issue. They'll switch it back. But yeah, right now they can't buy any of those things. They can't. I don't think they can buy anything sweet like cookies or anything. None of those things. Because I think at first they were trying to make so they couldn't. Because at first they were saying it was getting upset because the poor folks was doing the eating crab legs and all that kind of stuff in steak. So you can't say they can't have sweets and stuff, but then you can't have steak or crab either. You got to have one thing or the other. So I thought that was something. I mean, because most people who's fraud in it, they're not making millions of dollars like these big old farms. They get money from SNAP. So I don't know. But Chili, girl, you in danger. You done fucked up the thing. You done fucked it up. You done messed it up. I don't know what they're going to do with you. If you're going to stay over on the tour or what. Maybe they may push the tour date back so maybe they could, try to let some time get in between there. So, so you could, people may forget, people, something else come up, they jump onto the next thing. But girl, you shouldn't have said nothing. It'll roll out maybe a day or two. But by you speak it out, it just added, more fuel to the fire. So that's my take on Chili. Girl, you in danger, Miss Chili. Chili, and y'all was my favorite group. What about your friends? Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? Yeah. She letting T-Boz down. She letting it down. So that's all I got. Good luck, Chili. What's done in the dark does come to the light. I guess they look at who I donated to. It's all been Democrat PACs. Joe Biden, Yeah, that's why I donated to Joe Biden. I don't think I ever donated before. I think I may have donated a little bit to Hillary Clinton. But Joe Biden. But, girl. Y'all, good night. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.